Hello folks and modelers, I'm back for the update of the air wings on the USS Intrepid at 1350 scale from Trumpeter. So this video will be part 14 and yeah, it's been 6 weeks, about 1.5 months since my last update on the USS Intrepid video. But anyway, I did get it completed. For such minimal numbers of aircrafts, I'm not so sure why it took me so long. Of course, there were other stuff, going on, besides modeling, and also maybe because I don't know. Maybe no motivation, or I don't really know why I took so long to finish this. Okay, anyway, this is the A4 Skyhawk, and I did put landing gears for all the aircrafts, so I just cut out some photo etch pieces and stick it there. And also, okay, so for this A4, the aircraft will tip over if no weight is added. Even now it is tipping over, but if I push the nose, it will sit straight. So the way I did this, of course I discovered too late, before I glued up the fuselage. So what I did was I drilled holes on the intake, and I did put in some brass tubings, which does help the aircraft to sit straight, upright, but it will tip over if you push the tail down. But I think that's the best I can do. So in this kit, the A4 and the tracer, the E1B, is it E1B? I need to look it up. Yeah, E1B are the aircrafts that will tip over if you don't add any weight on the nose. So for this E1B, I couldn't do much. I did try to drill a hole and put some brass tubing in there, but it didn't. I guess the the rear of this aircraft is just too heavy, maybe because of this dome. So in order to make it sit, upright on the deck, I'm just using some sticky stuff on the front landing gear, so it will stick and it will sit upright. So this E1B was, I think, the most difficult in terms of painting. The engine is half black, half gray, so this one I managed to mask it. But for the rest of these black areas on the tip, on the radar dome, on the tail, I had to do a freehand painting, because masking didn't work for this one here. It was just too difficult to mask this kind of shape, angle. So everything had to be hand painted, freehand painted. So I have one with the wings open, and this one is the wings folded. So this one is the same thing. All the black areas were freehand painted. So if you're doing these aircrafts, please put some weight on the nose before you glue up the fuselage. Otherwise, it will not sit upright. And also, okay, if you notice, all the canopies on these aircrafts are painted in silver. And I think I discovered that silver works better than blue. For some reason, I don't like the blue paint on the canopy. So I think silver maybe looks more realistic. Is basically it's glass, but you know, I think glass, if you I'm not sure why everybody paints them blue, but I think silver might look closer to transparent glass compared to blue. So for the EA1F, one is, you know, wings is folded, and then the rest I did not fold because, you know, the ship is, I don't have too many aircrafts and the ship is not so big, so I think I can open up the wings. And for these Sky Raiders, the rear tail, the tail landing gear is actually molded together with the fuselage, and when you're assembling the whole thing, doing all the sanding, this wheel will come off. In fact, it came off on 3 of the aircraft. So if you know, I lost it once and then I found it, so I glue it back. So I think this tail landing gear will come off at some point. It's just too fragile. And for this F8 Crusader, I have folded two aircrafts on the wings, and the other 2 I just opened it. So yeah, it's nothing much, just a different burnt iron on the exhaust here, some landing gear. And for the landing gear covers, I used some photo etch, basically just cut up from the frame of the not, you know, unused photo etch. And for this is it UH1B Sea Sprite, the only additional thing I have done is there is a boom there on the tail. The tail's rear stabilizers, so that's the only thing I've added, and the rest, you know, just as it is. And 2 is with the blades open and 2 with the blades folded. And for this Sea Sprite, I painted the canopy in black. You know, it suits more with the blue color. I'm not sure if silver will look good on it. So anyway, so this is the completed air wings. And if you've noticed, I only have 3 A4 Skyhawks. Again, one mysteriously disappeared. I tried to find it, but I couldn't find. Hopefully it will show up somewhere. So this is the today is just gonna be, you know, this update on these air wings here. And I think for now I have, you know, I better stop on the air wings, the aircrafts. I wanted to add more, but I think it would be too much for me at this time. Maybe in the future I could add some Sky Warriors, which is, you know, from the same era. So in okay, so this is not the last chapter on the USS Intrepid. So I will do another video, because there is one last thing that I wanted to do. I came up with the idea of doing the crash barricade, and you know, since I have in fact this is what I have left over from the White Ensign's aircraft air wing set for the Enterprise. So it came with this crash barricade, which I did not use for the USS Enterprise. So I came up with the idea that I could use this to depict a crash landing, an aircraft crash landing into the crash barricade. So since the crash barricade from the Enterprise is like much wider, so I can actually fold it a little bit into maybe like a V shape to depict a crash. And I think this is PE, so it's not gonna elongate like the actual in the real shape. Of course, these are like some synthetic rubber material which will stretch once it catches the aircraft. So since this is PE, it's not gonna elongate, so you have to use something much longer or wider, which I think this might be suitable. But I haven't tried it, so it might not look good, but at least let me give it a try. And if I get it done, I'll come back with the final chapter on the completion of this USS Intrepid, with all the aircrafts on the deck and depicting one aircraft crashing into the crash barricade. So I think I got an advice from Mike. In fact, I did ask him if it's a good thing to do a crash land, because I've never seen any model aircraft carrier model ships doing a crash landing. So I did get his opinion, and he was saying that I think there's nothing wrong with that. And in fact, he did give me some of his life experience stories about when he was working on the aircraft carrier, that he did work with the crash barricade. And I think he did mention about an A6 Corsair 2 having the tail broken on the first landing, and on the second landing they had to use the crash barricade to catch the aircraft. So yeah, that was an interesting story from Mike. So thanks, Mike, for that story and some opinions. So I will come back with that video very soon, hopefully in a week or two. Until then, I hope you like this video on the air wings of the USS Intrepid. So until the next time, happy modeling and cheers for now. Goodbye.